welcome back to the channel, folks, and to another video in my series of tests with this new GoPro Mission 1 Pro camera. If you haven't seen the previous videos I've made within this short series, then be sure to check them out. What I'm doing today is to shoot in log. I've never actually used GoPro's own log mode. On my previous ownership of models from GoPro, I always shot with the inbuilt colour. So I'd be very interested to see just how well, or how badly, it grades up. You may notice I have my trusty DJI camera running as well as my reverse camera, and I'm shooting log, the DJI D-Log M mode in that camera as well. So I just want to see really how good both cameras, well, I know how good the DJI camera looks because I shoot everything in log on the DJI camera, and I just want to compare this new GoPro camera to it and to see if applying a LUT to the GoPro footage is as easy and effective as it is to applying it to the DJI footage. Now, obviously I don't know what level anybody is at in terms of their colour grading or technical ability with cameras. Somebody just flashed me. Now, he did give me a friendly welcome. I'm presuming he's not flashing me, or I'm hoping he's not flashing me to tell me there's a cop up ahead with their speed gun. I really don't need that tonight. So back to what I was saying. Yeah, I just want to see how easy it is, because pretty much all I do with the DJI camera is I apply a LUT. I do a tiny little bit of tweaking in terms of exposure. I always crush the blacks in the DJI camera by about -5 in the saturation on board Final Cut Pro, and that pretty much gives me a beautiful picture. So much better than the in-camera picture, which is horribly oversaturated in the DJI camera. However, if you've been following the tests I've done so far on the GoPro camera, you'll know that I'm pretty impressed. Well, extremely impressed with the picture straight out of the camera on the GoPro Mission 1. In fact, I'm so impressed, I probably won't even shoot in log on this GoPro if I do end up using it as my full-time chin camera for my motor vlogs like I'm doing now. A LUT, by the way, back to the techie stuff for a minute. LUT stands for lookup table, and basically all it is a template to drop onto this log footage. And again, I'll try and explain the log footage as briefly as I can. To simplify it, I would always say it's like a raw photograph compared to a JPEG. So the colour in log on any video camera, it's all washed out and horrible looking. You couldn't use it straight out of the camera. But what it does do is retain all of the information, especially on a sunny day where you've got bright skies and maybe shaded roads because of trees. If you're shooting in log, it will retain all of that information and it won't blow out the highlights. And of course, there's no over-saturation or under-saturation in the picture because you can set that exactly how you want. It's something I've become very accustomed to doing with the DJI stuff because it's so easy. And that's the whole reason I'm doing this test today. So I think what I'll do now is I'm going to have to take the footage back into the studio and talk retrospectively about it. So that's exactly what I'll do.
What I particularly like is that the footage coming out of this camera responds exceptionally well to colour grading. And even with minimal effort, the LUT adds depth, contrast and richer colours without making the image look unnatural. Now, as somebody who has spent decades working in the television and film industry, I'm always a little sceptical of one-click solutions, but I have to say that the results here are genuinely impressive. This is largely due to the amount of dynamic range within the log footage combined with the huge bitrate. And as you can see, riding the bike here, The picture is absolutely beautiful and stands up across the entire colour spectrum within this image. I can't find a LUT released from GoPro anywhere on their website, so this is a LUT I made over the weekend, and I'd like to make maybe 3 more different LUTs for you to just place over your own GP Log 2 footage to be used in different scenarios before I do make them available to the internet. Anyway, it's a great way for beginners to achieve a professional looking image like this, whilst at the same time giving the more experienced filmmakers plenty of room to fine-tune the final look if they do want to take things further.
And one more thing, just to add before I sign off, is that I haven't even started experimenting with the audio yet, so please don't look at these videos and start judging the quality of the sound. I've literally plugged a USB lav mic into the side of the camera and stuck it inside the front of my helmet. Like I say, I've set the audio level to -15, and that's all I've done. I haven't tweaked anything in post. What you're hearing is the audio straight out of the helmet. I haven't even experimented with mic placement, nothing. And there are many things you can do. And of course, let's not forget GoPro are releasing their own wireless mic system, which is due imminently. Okay folks, thanks once again for being here. If you want to see more of these videos, be sure to subscribe and ding the bell, because these videos will not, I repeat not, have a regular time slot. I'll only be uploading the videos about the camera stuff as and when I've made those videos. It's only my motorbike content which will have a designated time slot on this channel of 8 AM every Saturday morning. Okay, really appreciate you being here, whether you're here for the motorbike stuff or the camera stuff. It doesn't matter to me, you're here, and that's all that matters. Thanks once again for tuning in, folks. Dave Perry, Really Good TV.